has become worse.
It seems to that in meantime, until 2013, they were better prepared, and this time they succeed to spread this pandemic, you call it fourth pandemic, me too, through all around the world. And what they have changed in meantime, even I think definition of pandemic, what they changed to succeed this time?
Yes, in 2005 and 2009, they had hired public relation firms. They had made a big campaign of fear-mongering, and they had influenced the states a lot with lobbying, and they had contracts with 100 states about pharmaceutical products. The states would have to buy when WHO says, now we have a pandemic. So the WHO was at the trigger of this business. And this was 2009. But in 2020, with the corona, this was much better prepared. They learned a lot. And in 2009, there was a critical media still. There were critical doctors still. And so the states bought the vaccines, but the doctors didn't use them. So only in Germany bought 50 million doses of vaccine, and the doctors only injected 4 million. So there were critical doctors still. And this has changed. The campaign in 2020 was much stronger because in the meantime, they have cared for the media, and they had big influence on the media. So the many journalists and even in the government too, they were very much fighting for the business of WHO, for this business for this fear-mongering. They all worked together, and it was a big concert of sides. And there was and every opinion that was critical was shut. So I had one only chance. In the beginning of March, I was on the German television, and I said, this is a false pandemic. Don't be afraid. This is a normal flu wave again. And the story with Wuhan, we have to have a close look. What is behind it? But we don't see any more cases in Europe. There is nothing to be seen epidemiologically. So you could not see that something serious was going on. And I said this in the television, and afterwards in the television, there was a very bad mood when I left the studio. They said, "Oh, Dr. Wodarg, be careful. Take a good attorney. What you say, this is very dangerous." And I did not understand why they were so frightened. But afterwards, I found out that the whole media was under pressure, and the whole media, the journalists that did not obey this fear-mongering, that did not follow the fear-mongering, they lost their jobs. So they had prepared the media in the meantime, and the top of the media, and they, with like this, there were almost no journalists who were allowed to something different than the state opinion or than the state propaganda was saying.
Yeah,
and this was new. I didn't think this was it would be possible.